In this video, we are going to take a look at the 7 steps that make up the ChangeMastr's journey. The purpose of the ChangeMastr's journey is to empower the hero to conquer their objectives and become the best version of themselves. Hi, my name is Herman Voiter and I'm the founder and CEO of ChangeMaster, a digital strategy company. Our 7-step ChangeMaster journey helps companies to position their strategic narrative in a way that it makes sense internally as well as to their audience. We established in the previous video that the 3 elements that make a story work are the hero, the guide, and the secret weapon. We also agreed that the guide, whom we call the ChangeMaster, has a journey of their own to help their hero conquer their objectives. In this video, we are going to unpack the 7 steps of the ChangeMaster journey and show you the secret weapons you can use along the way. At a high level, these are the steps of the ChangeMaster's journey. The journey is divided into 3 phases. Steps 1 to 3 make up the strategy phase. Steps 4 and 5 encompass the implementation phase. And steps 6 and 7 represent the reflection, evaluation, and learning phase. Step 1 is all about discovering who the heroes are and what their journeys look like. Step 2 is about refining your secret weapons so that they support the hero's journey in the best possible way. Step 3 is about developing the plan of how you're going to implement the insights you gained in steps 1 and 2. Step 4 is about finding your heroes where they are and engaging with them in a setting that they feel comfortable in. Step 5 is about the kind of stories you tell them when you engage with them. In step 6, we take a look at the data you gathered in the preceding 5 steps and what insights you can gain from that. And finally, in step 7, we reflect on what we have learned and make the adjustments to our journey as required. We are now going to take a look at the individual steps in more detail. For each step, we have 2 pages. The first page will look at the nature of the step and why it's important. The second page will reveal the secret weapons that the ChangeMaster will use in that step to help them on their journey of empowering their heroes. Okay, so let's get into it. Step 1 is about getting to know your heroes. The way you think about your heroes is crucial. Thinking from an internal perspective of how you can push your existing offers to a certain market is what most organizations do. If you turn that around and think of the hero's journey, independent of what it is that you can offer, it becomes much easier to fit what you have with what they require. So, what I'm saying is that during step 1, your offer and what you want to sell or achieve is not important at all. It does not form part of this discovery process. Focus solely on what the hero is trying to achieve, regardless of whether your offer can fulfill these or not. The hero's journey stands independently of what you have to offer. The secret weapons of step 1 are research and analysis tools that will provide you with insight on the nature of the hero and their journey. The most important weapon in this bundle is the jobs to be done analysis. It looks at the hero's desired outcomes as jobs that they want to get done. Each functional job also has financial, emotional, and social aspects. These financial, emotional, and social aspects are listed as separate jobs to be done. Once you have this framework in place, it is very easy to map what you have to offer to the jobs that the hero wants to get done. You will quickly see from this analysis whether your offer is optimal or not. The other tools in this set are just as important, and the whole set, once complete, provides you with a strong foundation from which to initiate step 2. Once you know what your hero wants to achieve, it's a relatively simple task to craft your offer to match with what they want. If your analysis in step 1 shows that your hero requires things that don't match with what you have to offer, you can either develop the desired offer yourself or partner with someone that already offers what the hero wants. The most important thing to remember during step 2 is not to force the hero to take what you have, but to adapt what you have to match with what the hero needs to get done. Your job is to serve the hero with what they need and to help them become the best version of themselves. The secret weapons in step 2 start off with a market demand analysis. The question you want to answer is whether there are enough heroes that are going on similar journeys to warrant the effort you need to make to be able to serve them in the appropriate way. Once this is established, it is time to craft an offer to match, refining your products and services in terms of attributes, production, and delivery so that they match the hero's desired jobs to be done. The offer is then positioned competitively in the marketplace from where the strategic narrative is developed. The strategic narrative is the story you are telling your heroes about who you are and how you fit into their lives and why they should care. It's a waste of money to spend anything on marketing or business development if your strategic narrative is not crisp and clear. If I had to choose the most important tool in the ChangeMaster journey, it would be the strategic narrative. Without a great strategic narrative, it becomes very hard to compete in the noisy world that we operate in. If you are currently in a position where you are struggling to compete and not getting your fair share of the pie, I would recommend that you look at your strategic narrative. Step 3 is the final step of the strategy phase. This is where you carry out some digital simulations, choose the optimal and most desirable outreach channels, traffic sources, engagement strategies, and then make sure that it fits within your budget and that you are confident with your chosen metrics. The secret weapons in this step combine all strategic aspects of the ChangeMastr's journey into a cohesive plan that can be presented to the leadership team for approval and budget allocation. This is the blueprint that you will use to execute and measure the success of your different campaigns. It is a living document, preferably built and published as an internal website, where it can act as a stable benchmark that you can refer to at any time, should anyone start veering from the agreed path of enabling your heroes. The idea is that you keep refining and updating the document as you learn more. Published as an internal website, everyone has access to it, which makes internal alignment with the objectives easier to communicate. Step 4 in the ChangeMastr's journey is about meeting your heroes where they are. If you've done a good job in steps 1 and 3, you would know where to go and position yourself so that you come across your desired heroes when they are open and ready to engage with you and your content. You will know what journey they're taking in gathering information so that you are there when they need you to be. There are many different weapons in this set. The 8 tools that I've listed here are, in my view, the most useful and important ones that an organization needs to consider when coming up with a traffic plan for their heroes. The selection of tools and the priorities given to the different tools will be a direct function of the work done in step 1 and 3, and also depend on what the budget can accommodate. The value of having an overall plan becomes apparent when budgets come into play. Whatever cannot be fit into the current period's budget can be prioritized for the next period. Without a concrete plan, however, it is very easy to get sidetracked by the next shiny object, especially in the noisy digital world we find ourselves in. When you have opened the traffic channels in step 4, it is time to present your heroes with some great stories. Remember, we said in the previous video, the one about the hero's journey in business, that the narrative you present to your heroes needs to be about them. They need to be able to see themselves in the stories that you tell. If your stories are only about you and your shiny objects, your heroes will lose interest very quickly. A cornerstone content strategy will serve you very well during step 5. The secret weapons in the set are a blend of different media types. Make sure that you show your heroes the type of content that inspires, educates, and ultimately helps them on their hero's journey. When developing and publishing content, consistency is key. You cannot be doing random acts of digital marketing and expect to see a growing band of heroes gathering around your stories. People like predictability, and once you have established yourself as an authority and an inspiring source of information, you will start seeing your heroes becoming loyal to your brand. As your campaigns, landing pages, and social media start developing momentum, you'll start seeing some data trends forming. This is a treasure trove of insights that you can use to identify trends and themes that you could capitalize on. The world of data analytics is massive and should form part of your toolset as you go through this process. There are numerous secret weapons in this set. We've only listed a few, and what you will use to do your analysis will depend to a large extent on your budget and the traffic and content strategies that you use to engage with your heroes. The final step in the ChangeMastr's journey is where you reflect and learn on what has transpired along the way. The nature of the ChangeMastr's journey is that it is never over. You will never reach a place where you'll be able to claim perfection. There's always something new to learn, something that changes the current reality and that you need to adapt to. Cultivate a mindset of continuous learning and keep refining all 7 steps of the journey, using the master plan you created in step 3 as your blueprint. As with most steps in this journey, there are many different secret weapons you can use during step 7. We have listed some of the more common ones. The most important thing to remember is not to undervalue the step and to see it as an integral part of the process. It sometimes happens that all efforts are directed at new initiatives without considering the value of the existing content and strategies and how they could be optimized for the group of heroes they were built for in the first place. So those are the 7 steps. The idea behind the ChangeMaster journey is to provide you with a framework that you can use in your organization to help your heroes achieve their objectives. It provides a logical process flow that ensures that the foundation of every step is firmly rooted in the outcome of the preceding step. Most importantly, it starts off from the solid foundation of the hero's jobs to be done. This foundation is independent from your offer and is the beacon that you can use to build everything else around. I trust that this video has given you some insights you can use in your organization, and I wish you all the best on your journey as a change master, enabling your heroes to become the best version of themselves. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and let us know in the comments what you think of this video.